Steve Brossman from Business Online TV. I'm on location on the beautiful Gold Coast here in Australia, and I have Australia's leading and award-winning addiction recovery coach with us today, Maria Powell. Welcome along.
Thank you very much for having me. Okay.
Now, you've got an amazing journey, and you share a lot of that in your Amazon best-selling book, Kill Your Addiction Before It Kills You. Can you just share a little bit of that journey so the people out there know a little bit about you before we get into some of the things that you're really doing well now?
Yeah, well, I come from the Philippines, and I came here when I was 11 years old.
Wow.
On the plane by myself because for whatever reason my mom couldn't, my mom and dad are separated. So the whole time, you know, I've been living on my own from 13 years old.
Amazing.
I've traveled in many countries, just a transient person that's been alone all my life. And throughout my travels, I've been modelling and doing all sorts of things that you probably wouldn't be wanting to talk about on TV.
But let's just say that you've had to support yourself in some of the ways that are not
quite colourful.
I was looking for how to describe that. Quite colourful.
And it's all in the book anyway, Kill Your Addiction Before It Kills You. So all of the details are there.
And that's led you to go through a number of health and mental issues.
That's right.
And you've overcome those, as well as some addictions yourself.
Definitely, yeah. So that's, I guess, being alone, you get to, you know, as a female as well, a lot of people took advantage. There was a mindset that I had that was quite a victim mindset.
Sure.
So that translated into my externals, and you know, there are quite a lot of abusive things that were happening and traumatic things that are happening in my life back then. And you know, every time I hit rock bottom, you call it an addiction. Every time I hit rock bottom, I always said, well, I'm going to learn from this. What else do I need to learn?
Wow.
And I used my mania to really learn the lessons that I need to learn, and I've put myself through uni.
Well, it's about to get to that now. It's like you got to a point and say, okay, it's time to get out, and you've gone through university and got some great qualifications. Can you share what they are?
Okay, so I've got my linguistics diploma. So I went to Japan on an exchange student scholarship, and then after that I finished my psychology and philosophy degree at University of Queensland, and then, just as if that's not enough, I also completed my Masters in Public Health at University of Queensland, majoring in alcohol, tobacco and drug studies.
So you've taken all of that in your life experiences, and not only are you a recovery coach yourself, but you're the founder of Coaching with Substance. And that in itself is a fantastic foundation organisation. Can you tell me what you're doing with that and how you're helping other people?
Yes, well, Coaching with Substance, when I coined the idea, you know, it's coaching for people with substance use and abuse issues. And the ideal is that they come out of coaching being a person of substance, of depth, of spiritual awareness. And I do that by setting goals for the clients in the first session, and then strategies in the second session, and every ensuing session is making them accountable for the things that they said they were going to do. Obviously, the context is addiction and mental health issues. So, you know, if they've got anxiety, suicidal tendencies, all sorts of trauma, sexual abuse, we go through all of that by making goals, because all of these things I've been through. So I really can talk to them about it and say, well, what is the plan around that? What's the strategy? We set it in the beginning and we stick to it all the way to the end. And
that's the important thing about it. There's a lot of people out there that are actually going through programs, but you're the coaches on the sideline that are actually helping them and support them go through some of those other programs. So your support for many other programs as well, actually increasing their success.
That's correct. That's right. We were talking about that. You know, as someone that's been through programs myself and someone that's been institutionalized myself, I know how good those programs are, but it still is a little bit lacking in what happens after that.
Yeah.
I'm out of the hospital. I just tried to do this and that to myself. What do I do next? And there's lack of support of someone that I can see week by week and write down the goals and write down what I'm going to do and be told what those things are. And then in due time, I will be in charge of that journey. So that's why coaching really helps.
A lot of your programs, and I've had a look at some of those programs, you go through and you support them as they're going through other programs, but then you take them another step further, and the goal is to have what we've termed sustainable transformation.
That's right.
So that they can actually get to the point where, you know, they are sustainable in their transformation and they can go on. Not only that, you're providing people that have gone through the coaching program where they have come through and for 2 years they're clean, as you say.
Yes.
But then they in turn can go through and learn to be trained,
yes,
so they can actually have an occupation and support and help other people as well, which is a fantastic outcome.
It sure is. I mean, as someone that's been through an addiction and mental illness background, it seems like the right thing to do, that they will help also others. The statistics show that 1 in 5 suffer from mental illness and substance abuse issues. That was from the Global Burden of Disease study. So
wow.
Therefore, there is a lot of people needing this.
Now, sorry for jumping in, but and I was one of these people as well, when you think about addiction, you think of the hard drugs addiction, but there are so many prescription drugs addictions, so many people out there in the workplace that are addicted to something
yes.
that is affecting their home life, their workplace performance, and affecting so many other things that we forget about those people that are the people with addictions, and they're many of the people that you do help as well, isn't it?
It sure is. It sure is. I mean, the statistics for workplace statistics show that, you know, somewhere in the billions of dollars are spent in workplace absenteeism, because people don't turn up, because for all of, you know, prescription drugs, illicit drugs, will it be alcohol? Alcohol is also a big killer. So yeah, $15 billion was spent in Queensland for alcohol-related social costs, meaning
wow.
prevention, treatment, all of those types of things. So a lot of money being spent on it. We need to work one-on-one with the clients, and as a coach, and you're a coach, you know the value of really setting goals, setting strategies, and making the person accountable to what they've said they were going to do in the first place.
Well, a great person yourself, and an inspiration to many people that have, you know, that are down there and actually can get out themselves and make something of their life. Another inspiration that you've set up the foundation so you can help many people out there. There are so many reasons that people need to contact you, whether they need to be supported by your coaching programs or they actually want to support you and help other people as well. So we're going to have your contact details down there below so they can actually contact you. You are a not-for-profit foundation, so we're encouraging all sorts of different people to get on board and help you with your program so you can help other people out there. First of all, thank you so much for your book and sharing the depth that you've gone into in that, and thank you for coming along and sharing your story with the people out there, and all the best with your programs. I think they are fantastic.
Thank you very much, Steve, for making time today. Thank you.
And we're going to have another fantastic interview for you guys again real soon. Cheers.